Hello friends, are you planning a Leh Ladakh road trip and confused what permits do you need to plan the trip? Or are you wondering where to get Leh Ladakh permits or what all places will need permits on your whole trip? There are so many places that comes on the way when traveling to Ladakh, and once you are in Ladakh, again there are so many sightseeing places within it. It can easily become very confusing when you think about which places in Ladakh do you need permits and what are the places that you do not need any permits. Today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I'm going to tell you in detail what permits are required for various tourist places in Ladakh. Guys, please note to keep this video short and crisp. I'll not go into the detail of how to get these permits. I will cover the how to topic in detail in my next video. So let's get started with this one. Well, Ladakh region is very close to international boundaries with China and Pakistan. Hence, both Indians and foreigners need special permits to visit various sightseeing places in Ladakh. As an Indian tourist, you need to apply for inner line permits to travel to inner line regions of Leh Ladakh. And this inner line region includes Nubra Valley, Khardung La Pass, Pangong Lake, Turtuk, Tyakshi, Tangyar, Chang La Pass, Tso Moriri Lake and Hanle. You can apply for an inner line permit at Leh DC office or Tourist Information Center at Leh. You need to submit a valid photo ID nationality proof and pay the required fee of rupees 400, which is one time, and then rupees 20 per day that you will stay in Ladakh to visit these places. Let's look at various tourist places in entire Ladakh region one by one and also talk about if you need permits to travel to Ladakh on Srinagar Leh Highway or Manali Leh Highway. Well, if you are just visiting Leh, you do not need any kind of permits. Leh does not come under inner line region, hence permit is not required to visit Leh. Once you move outside Leh towards Khardung La and further down towards Nubra Valley, you need to have inner line permits to visit all these places. In Nubra Valley, Indian tourists can travel up to Varshi village, which is ahead of Panamik on the way towards Siachen base camp. You can cover Yarma Gompa and Yama Gorbu monasteries if you like to visit them. Both of these fall on the route towards Varshi from Panamik. And in 2020, authorities have also started issuing permits for Siachen base camp as well. So maybe we will know more about it when the season opens up in 2021 after this COVID thing is over. But next year when you plan your Leh Ladakh road trip, you can try your luck with these permits as well. The route goes like Panamik, Sasoma, Varshi and Siachen base camp, which is about 55 to 60 odd kilometers from Panamik. The permits for Nubra Valley will cover all these places except Siachen base camp. As far as I know, starting 2020 to visit Siachen base camp, you need to get an additional permit or a stamp from Leh DC office. Earlier, you needed special permits from Army to visit Siachen base camp. Now on the other side of Nubra Valley, after covering Diskit and Hundar, tourists can travel all the way up to Tyakshi village ahead of Turtuk. From Tyakshi village, you can actually see the Pakistan border. The permits for Nubra Valley will cover all these places and you do not need any special permits for Turtuk. Now moving to the other side, you will need permits for visiting Pangong Tso Lake as well as Chang La Pass. But if you are traveling from Nubra Valley to Pangong Tso, no other permit is needed. Just get the permit for Pangong Tso and Nubra Valley and it will cover the direct route from Shok village as well as Warri La Pass route. Similar to Pangong Lake, you need permit to visit Tso Moriri Lake as well. But if you want to visit Sokar Lake, which is closer to Manali Leh Highway, you do not need any kind of permits. So this covers major tourist places in Ladakh. Now let us look at the permits requirements of special places one by one. Let us address them as commonly asked questions about permits in Ladakh. Number 1. Can you get permit for Hanle village? Yes, you can get permit to travel to Hanle village by applying them at DC office in Leh. There will be an additional stamp that they will put on your permit which says Hanle that will authorize you to go beyond Loma checkpost. Otherwise, the army may stop you and send you back from Loma checkpost. So number 2, can you get permit for Pangong Tso to Tso Moriri direct route from Chushul? Yes, like I said before, you can get the permit to travel on the direct route from Pangong Tso to Tso Moriri that passes through Chushul village. Last I checked, the permit you can only apply in person at DC office in Leh. There will be an additional stamp that they will put on your permit copies that will authorize you to travel beyond Chushul checkpost. Otherwise, again the army may send you back from Chushul or Manmirak village checkpost. Number 3, can you get permit for Umling La Pass? Well, Umling La Pass is the highest motorable pass in the world with a staggering altitude of 19,300 feet. It is about 105 kilometers from Hanle village and about 235 kilometers from Leh. Well, you should check my video on how to travel to Umling La Pass over here. Regarding permits for Umling La Pass, as of now no permit is available for Umling La Pass and civilians are not allowed to travel to Umling La Pass anymore. Some people have traveled to Umling La Pass in the past, but as of 2020 it is not allowed. Number 4, do you need any kind of special permits for Srinagar to Leh? Well, no permit is required to travel from Srinagar to Leh via Dras, Kargil and Lamayuru route. Number 5, do you need any kind of permits for Zanskar Valley? Well, you do not need any permits to visit Zanskar Valley. So if you are a foreigner and have trouble getting permits for tourist places in Ladakh, then you can travel to Zanskar Valley. It will give you an almost similar feeling and similar landscape. Number 6, do you need any kind of special permits to travel from Manali to Leh? Well, if you are traveling in the direction from Manali to Leh over Rohtang Pass, then you need beyond Rohtang Pass permit to cross it. However, if you are traveling from Leh to Manali, there is no permit that is required on Manali-Leh highway. I will cover the topic of how to get Rohtang Pass permit in a video coming up later in the week. So this was all about the places where you will need permits for traveling in Ladakh. I hope now you have a better idea which all places on your Ladakh trip will need permits. In my next video, I'll get deeper into the details on how to apply Leh Ladakh permits online and offline or to get them in advance. And I will also talk about the cost of these permits in detail. Now, in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need any help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then, my friends, Jule and keep our Himalayas clean.